Hey, good morning, or good day, good afternoon, good wherever you are. What time it is? Yay, the time is now. The things are happening are right now. So, welcome to Korean Natural Farming office hours for July 9th, 2023. And I'm pretty stoked about today. Got a lot of good things to share, and a lot of good folks been reaching out to me, and it's just been a whole bunch of fun. But before we get into that, before we get into all that, let's temper ourselves, find some balance, and read some higher wisdom, which today is development or gradual progress. And it says, those who persevere make continual progress. Um, yeah, the image of this hexagram is that of a tree growing high on a mountaintop. If this tree grows too fast, without properly rooting itself, it becomes susceptible to being torn up and destroyed by the winds. If, however, it establishes a proper foundation and it is content to grow gradually, it'll enjoy a long life and a lofty view. Human beings are no different. While we often desire rapid progress, we want to change someone's mind today. Obtain an apology now. Achieve our goals immediately. Sooner or later, we must come to understand that the only lasting progress is gradual progress. Ching comes to urge you to accept that fact and base your thoughts, attitudes, and actions upon it. When we allow ourselves to be pulled off balance by another or by some event, the ego tempts us to believe that we can influence the situation through forceful behavior. This is incorrect. The actions of the ego inevitably complicate our difficulties. The greatest influence possible always comes through patient and steady refinement of one's inner self. If you will devote yourself to the path of the sage, with every step along that path, you will be strengthened, and progress will come automatically. It will be gradual, but it will last. Be patient, modest, and accepting now. Life often demands that we wait longer than we might like for some change. The only true comfort available during these times is the knowledge that we are steadfastly developing ourselves into superior people. In time, every honor comes to those who are persevering and correct. So, yeah, if that's not the lesson for you of developing gradually and, like this here, seeing, continuing to show up every Sunday, doing a live, seeing how building a worldwide community. Got Tyler coming in for Oklahoma. What's up, Tyler? Hope you and Hannah are doing well. It's almost time for you guys to visit again. Goofman, what's up, man? I got some good things to share about the Goofman. What an awesome soul out there. Smokey Floyd, what's up? His dog got into the garden. Gradual progress, man. Gradual progress. Oh man, yeah, I know how that is. At least your dog didn't run away or get hit, Those are always worse things that could happen. Oh man. Yeah. Jared, what's up, man? How you? Cecily from Western Australia. Solar Gourmet coming down from Germany. What's up? Das Boot, or I don't know. Is that the only German word I know? No. I have German heritage. I guess I should probably know a few more German words. And Joe, I got an email from Joe from Long Island, New York. So cool. So anyway, I wanted to kind of start off today. Well, I should always plug my classes. I got classes coming up, knffarm.com. Check those out if you're interested. But I got I got some things in the mail. I think that's probably why I'm pretty stoked because I just started showing up for a YouTube, and then I got a uh, what do you call a mail thing from Mike the like couple weeks ago, and then out of nowhere in the mail, all of a sudden came another box, and I already opened it. I can tell you I already opened it, but but check out these cool things. This is from the Goof Man up in New York. He sent me this. Let's pull it out here. He sent me this nice letter, and addressed it to not only me but Suze, and because my wife's awesome. Couldn't do this without her. Well, maybe I could, but wouldn't be as good. I tell you that. Probably be dead. And then he sent us some cool candles. Check out these. These are like homemade. I put them on the light. I don't know. Can you see them? These little candles here. It reminds me because he's the goof man. It reminds me. Oh man! So we put these. I actually just took them back down, but we put them up on our little table where we keep all our special things. And check out these candles. Like maybe one's me and one's Suze, or they're both the goof man. I don't know, but they're pretty darn cool. I tell you what. And yeah, so I think he's a pretty crafty dude. Actually, is what I'm coming to learn. Not only skilled in natural farming and growing in his garden, which I've shared in prior episodes, but also like skilled and handy. And he sent me these sweet little wicks in a bottle. Um, so if you ever need to light things and not get toxic, these are little hemp wicks in these little individual bottles. Pretty awesome. I can imagine what those are for. And then last but not least in here, um, I don't know if I have it. Let me here. I got to get this one prepared a little bit. But he sent me this, right? And you look at it and you're like, what is that? What is that? But check this out. Is it going to work this way? No, I got to get a better light. Hang on. Let me bring this light over. Oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You guys just got to imagine what this is because can you see it? Yeah, there. There. If I get it real close, you can actually see through it. But he 3D printed this. And how cool is this? It's the portrait of me and Master Cho sitting on the bench, the picture that I always show. And he 3D printed it. And when you set it up on the window, it shines through and it looks just like a picture. It's like, I don't know how. I mean, clearly, guy with a 3D printer knows how to do this, but check it out. I mean, it looks like you look at it, it just looks like a thing. But then when you look through it and you get close and you see it, it turns into a whole image and it even looks like it's in color. It's like, I don't know. Oh man, now I outfocus the camera. Let me refocus it. Is it gonna focus? Oh man, the whole episode is gonna be out of focus now. No, but maybe we got to look at it one more time. That's what it's happening. We got to look at it one more time. Check that out. Check that out. Yeah, I guess. Is it gonna refocus? Oh no. Anyway, well, so I'm pretty stoked on that. Yeah, how cool is that, man? So the Goof Man, he's in the chat here. Like, not only is he cool and he helps out and he's like super awesome, but he also is crafty, man. Like, how cool is that? I guess, probably every natural farmer here probably has some knack that way, but I really appreciate sharing it and bringing it in. And then since the camera's already zoomed in like this and out of focus, I just want to show you my fingers. Oh, now it's looking at me again. Oh, okay, it's looking at me again. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. But did you see the rawness on my fingers? So each of my fingers, I it's completely, it ate through my skin. I was building a wall out of mortar, and and I was wearing gloves to like keep them protected. But eventually, it was like 8 hours of building a wall, And eventually the gloves came, made holes, and then I was just like, screw it. And I just did it with my hands anyway. And my entire hands are just like totally messed up. So let me tell you, if you're using mortar mix with hydrated lime, get some gloves and wear some gloves and don't take them off, because it's crazy what it did to my hands. And I completely fatigued my body. I was building a wall after carrying a bunch of concrete down a 200-foot hill, the mortar mix, and then building a wall all day. My entire body's fatigued, and I did it Friday, and I'm still. Yesterday, I was just like laying there, just like, oh, I can't even move. My entire back sees my legs are just cramping up and everything. But I'm feeling better today. My hands are just the worst though. Anytime, and it's so weird to not have. It basically melted off all my fingerprints and everything from a chemical burn, and my entire fingers are smooth. I don't have any texture, and it's so weird because anything I touch that's like slightly warm is just burning hot. I basically burnt off my entire fingers, and it's like, oh my gosh. So anyway, if you're gonna do word of advice, if you're gonna work with mortar mix, wear gloves, and you know, yeah. Anyway, so I'm doing okay, and oh, that was just wild. So I'm recovering, getting better, but it's for a good cause. For a good cause. Gradual progress. Just gotta keep on that thing. So, and the Goof Man is saying that this thing here, it's lithophane, and they're pretty cool. And he's made a bunch, and he has in most of his windows he has these things, which is awesome. And Thomas is here now. Hey, what's up? We were waiting for you, man. But then I also this week, or actually last week, I got too busy in talking about soy sauce last week. Yeah, and I did wash my hands with vinegar. As soon as I got out of the river, I soaked my hands in vinegar for about 10 minutes, and then I washed them with soap. Because I knew it would counteract it. But yeah, mortar, oh man, it's better to have gloves, I think, than just try to, especially if you're working for 8 hours in a wet environment. My hands got all pruny and stuff. It was just wild and wicked. So hang on, let me pull up this on this side, because I also last week forgot, not that I forgot, but I got too sidetracked and too busy on the on talking about soy sauce, which that was fun. Yeah, I never knew so much about soy sauce until office hour. But I got an email from brethren Pedro. I gotta say it right, or pay someone else. Yeah, but then someone else gotta do this. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm not the, but got an email from Pedro. He's saying he wanted to share what's going on around here. He's been teaching classes, totally awesome. So if you're in Brazil, I know it's a huge country, but if you're near Pedro, where he's at, get in touch. I don't know what his Instagram is, but I think that's the main way he puts things out. And he says people have been enjoying so much, and you can feel the love flowing when he makes IMO 3 piles and prepares all the solutions. So simple with so much complexity, really beautiful. He wanted to thank me. Going to Hawaii was a total game changer for him, not only in the training, but spending time with you and Suze and building that friendship. And totally feel that, man. Pedro, so much love to you, brethren. And so here's some pictures from the class he taught, and yeah, and take a vacation down there. So I would, oh man, I would, but I have a cow. So here's Pedro teaching all these folks tuning in. Look at all his solutions in the back there. This must have been just pouring the beer into his KNF medicine, getting that going. What else? He got some lactobacillo going, making some KNF protectors here, the OHN, the Oriental Herbal Nutrient, which is called KNF Medicine here. It looks like he's doing the rehydration step there because he got the breathable lid on. What is this? Espada Sao George. I don't speak Portuguese, but I bet you these are fermented plant juices. Or no, these look like actually the OHN stuff. I'm not sure what it is. I can't speak Portuguese, um, but check this out. Lactobacillus making these. Like, he's doing the full gambit with people. Really. Oh, look at these fish. What is that? That's some sort of, wow, that's a cool looking fish. Making fuel out of that. Oh, making some structure and bubbling the bones away. It's charred bones. Making the water soluble calcium, also known as KNF reproduction, with his charred eggs down here. Look at how much that's bubbling. I hope he put in less before he first did it, but he came here and he learned, so he probably knows, because this thing would overflow for sure. But he knows. Look at all these books. You know what? I gotta get him. The more copies of my book, so he can put that out too. Because, and we should put it in Portuguese for him, because we have it in Spanish, and I haven't been printing that, but I do have it in Spanish now, which is pretty close to Portuguese. Not exactly. I mean, I know they're different languages, but they're a lot closer than English. And so you got all these books he's sharing with folks. Look at this, all his solutions here. Looks like some ferments. These are ferments, so I got fermented plant juice. Look at this, making an IMO3 in the center of everything, teaching all these good folks. Look at this. Yeah. Wow. He has some recipe little cheat sheets for folks and all these things. And yeah, I guess there's a video too, but I can't preview the video. Maybe can we? I can download it. Then we could watch it. Yeah, Chrome changed how it goes. Let's see. I'll bring it over here and we'll play this.
Nossa, bem quente.
Mm-hmm.
Mas ainda dá pra ficar com a mão. Esse lado aí tá bem quente, né?
Quem vai ser enterrado?
So these guys are hardcore. They're just going at it, turning it by hand. Which, what a better way to get inoculated and get into KNF than turning your IMO by hand. So awesome from Pedro, man. It's so cool to see. Like, that's actually, one of my main goals here is, like, not only do I want to teach, but it's like, it's so nice when I see other people teaching, because, like I always talk about, it's the exponential function, right? If I teach you and then you start teaching and then we start teaching, it's exponentially going to grow. Hey, thank you for the super chats. Thank you. It's like a good pay it back Sunday kind of thing, just showing what's going around in the world. And I so appreciate people like sending things, giving things, like, just, it's my energy going out. You guys bring things back. It's so cool to see. And yeah, having people teach, share, everyone, learning in your small little way. Everyone's small little way. It's about a bunch of tiny things gradually developing, turning themselves into larger, bigger things. So, also got a little update from Postup Media. I don't know if you wanted me to share this with the world, but he is almost about to have his baby. And look at this. His house is coming along. He shared this with me. So look at that. He lives in his garden. He's just like me. Like, his house is surrounded by a garden. So he's living in his garden. And look at this nice little house he built. And he's down in Panama, and he's getting these nice chicken eggs. And look at those farmer hands. Yeah, Postup. His name's Joel, actually, but yeah, man. And look at this. He reused some of the natural wood here to put into his house. And how cool is that, man? And look at these coconuts, and what is that? Cassavas and sugar canes and ginger, and yeah, all these things, very similar, climactic to where I'm at. So appreciate that. So Postup Media, send best wishes out to him. He's about to have his first child, and so wish him well. And he was talking about how the what you call the Facebook group is just totaled. And it is, man. I can't, there's only so much I can do to help there. Yeah, having a kid, what could be better than raising more natural farmers, and then I got another thing from Joe Peduzzi. I think he's in the house today, but wanted to share this with him. or with you guys, you know, it's kind of funny. He's here, but sharing this. Can I get rid of that side? I think I can. Yeah, I can do that. That doesn't make the pictures any bigger, but check this out. He says he put it all in the subject, which I always love long subjects. But hi Drake, before I learned KNF from you, nothing would grow on my property. This is it now. I use 7 IMO collections from different nearby nature preserves and make all the solutions myself. Thanks. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe. This is awesome. I think he's up in New York, I reckon, right? Pretty sure. But let's see. Can I pick? Yeah. Okay. So I can do that. And look at this. Look at this amazing fertility. He said before he did the IMOs, nothing would grow. And so check this out. Like he is just growing and look, you get neighbors that are growing just pine trees, but he's growing food. Look at this. Like and I guarantee this was like a lawn before he started. And like, look at this. Just what's that? Okras, and I don't know what are these other things. I don't know, but it just looks lush and abundant. Maybe some berries and things. What is that? Is that it's like a palm? Some sort of, I don't know, but that looks like you're getting a bunch of whatever that is. Oh, look at these berries. Oh, look how luscious and big they are. And these, oh man, wow, that's productive. That's gonna be amazing here. And peppers, these look like ghost peppers. These look like, whoo, man, you only need one of those, man. I don't know if they're ghost peppers, but man, look at those peppers. Look how abundant it is, and look how healthy. Well, that was not the healthiest leaf, but man, look how, oh, this is amazing. What is this, cherries? Oh, so he says the thing before is sea buckthorn. I don't know what that is, but I have to look that up. That's not something I'm familiar with. But what is this? Like cherries? This got to be cherries. Look how many cherries he has. Oh my gosh, I'm just assuming these are cherries. I don't know. Looks like cherries to me. Oh man, that like talk about goodness there. And then what is? Oh, this is the buckthorn. Sea buckthorn. This must be it. Look at that thing. I don't even know what it is, but it looks prolific. I don't know. Can you eat it? I don't know. But man, look at that. Oh, whoa. Look at this thing. It's loaded. Whoa. That's wild. They're tart cherries. Very sweet, though. Huh. So this is another type of cherry. Oh, my gosh. Man, I bet you if you ferment that, it'd just be amazing to spray back on everything. Like, because how can you eat all those? I don't know. Maybe you could sell it to other people or, you know, give it to friends or whatever. But man, and look at these berries. Oh my gosh. They're huge. I don't know if all berries are this big because I'm not a big berry grower because berries don't grow that big in Hawaii. But man, those look big. Succulent. What are those, like blackberries or something? I don't know. Oh, were we done? No, we weren't done. I just clicked off. More peppers. Wait, did we see? Yeah, we saw these. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at these cherries. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Man. Oh man. Oh wow. That is awesome. Look at it. This is like IMO and the solutions. Look at this. When you put it into practical action, you get stuff like this. That is just amazing. Oh my gosh. Look, and this flowering. Look at how prolific and green and lush. Oh my gosh. Okay, and maybe that wasn't the last one. Was it the last one? Yeah, that was the last one. Okay. Well, cool, Joe. Thanks for sharing that with us and seeing and just like, you know, spreading the hope and the love for everyone. The sea buckhorn berries have 5 times the vitamin C of an orange plus omega oils. Dude, that sounds amazing. That is cool. That is cool. And knocking cherries. I don't know. You guys in New York, you guys have your own language and like own subset of interesting things going on, but that is cool. That's amazing to see. Reminds me a lot of the Goof Man. You guys both like just farming your backyards like this and doing it. And you guys got these what you call trees, these pine tree things. I don't know what you'd call those, like firs, something like that. Evergreens, some sort of thing like that. You guys, oh, amazing. Up in New York, you know. I mean, I was reading about the beaver wars which you ever read about, Native American history before Americans got here, or while the Dutch and French were like giving them guns and having them kill all the animals to trade it for stuff. It's like, yeah, but man, they were productive, prolific folks, like, and tons of people, like the Powhatans and Manhattans and all the Mohicans and all those guys living up there. It's like, man, the indigenous folks grew a lot of food in that area, and there was tons of beavers and all kinds of things, and like animals were prolific. So I know you guys can get it going on up there, and yeah, Romeo and Juliet cherries. Hopefully they don't kill each other. And one bush was Polish cherries. Those sound cool too. But yeah, so anyways, cool to see and to you know, just hear all this stuff and just, and get feedback. That's I think that's why I was like super pumped this morning when I got up, and I'm like, yes, I get to go do the office hour, which not all the time I'm like, yes, I get to do it, but I tell you, gradual progress, lofty view, good milk, oh, nothing like having your own natural farming produce to go out and be about and do that. And then what else? I had some other folks shared. I think some other people did message me, and but let's see here. What else I was gonna share? Oh, one other thing I was gonna share with you guys is that let's see here. Can I want to open this again. Oh, for all those who are wondering, yes, I'm going to open another tab on my thing. But I was going to switch to so about a week ago, I put out a video of me, or not me, my friend Kapila cutting down a tree, and I lost some subscribers on that, and it didn't get that many likes. But now my friend Kapila launched his own channel. So just to say, if you like that and you're into like gnarly, he does tree service, and the reason he knocks down the trees is so people can then farm those areas, put houses where they're not going to get smashed by big trees, and they'll chip these trees and make them into soil, because out where he's cutting these down, it's mostly rock. So anyway, I went out and helped him film, but now he has his own channel, and I'm an editor for him because I've been helping him out. I want to help him get his YouTube up and help him share, because he does a lot of cool things, and he's helped me out a lot in my life. So, but it's Hawaiian Island Tree Service. If you want to subscribe and you like just like heart pounding first person, or my cinematic drone shots, I go out and help him with the drone, and we film these things. But he got his first video up. He only has 8 subscribers at the current time, but he just launched the channel, and so this is his first 8 subscribers, and I'm trying to help him get up to 100, 1,000, and he wants 1,000,000 subscribers. So I told him he's going to have to make better thumbnails and do something more than I do, because I only have 16,000. So thank you. If you're a subscriber, thank you. But, I have not, my forte is not telling people to like and subscribe and share and whatever. I know that you guys that are tuning in know about what's good on YouTube and know, how to find good quality stuff. And you enjoy this because we're building a community. We're not just trying to get thousands of millions of people. I mean, if there were millions of people, it'd be cool, but it's not like that's what I'm after. So anyway, this video here, I ended up helping him. I did all the drone work for this. So we ended up filming it, and some people were like disgusted by taking down this tree and whatever. And some guy in Portuguese told me he was no longer a subscriber. And I'm like, bro, just over one thing and you stopped subscribing to me? And it's like, these trees, we got to take them down, And I did rename it. Instead of Kapila's Nuts, it's now Kapila's Trees. But man, when you got to get a dozer to take down a tree, I mean, he's risking his life to help these people build a better life and build better gardens and all these things. So anyway, I did the drone work for that, and I've been getting a little bit better at flying the thing. I have to get off the farm once in a while, so it's nice to get out to do this. So anyway, if you enjoy this, again, Hawaii Island Tree Service, I'm no longer hosting the video on my channel, because my channel's more about, building things. But this is Kapila right here, and he's nuts. I mean, but I can't say that. He is just, getting these like a 10-foot chainsaw and cutting these trees down and just like, man, think all this wood chips and everything and all this fertility you can build. So it's about educating people how to do things properly. But just wanted to share that with you and hopefully get him a few subscribers if you guys are into this kind of stuff. It's more so like ASMR type of like stuff with, but I did put a good soundtrack in there because there was no sound on this because I filmed it off my drone. Actually, the Foundation's drone. We own a drone. But put some nice relaxing music there. And, you know, look at this, man. I don't know how he does it. I mean, I do know how he does it. He does it with a chainsaw and, look at this. They suspended off this thing. I was trying to get this perspective and everything. It's like, it's always interesting to try to film this. And I'm getting better with the drone. Look at that nice face cut there. Oh, man. Oh, and there it goes. Oh, my gosh. Run, Kapila. Yeah, you did it. Woo! And then I got the drone shot of the same thing. You know, 'cause I actually flew my drone into a tree back over here in the right corner while I was filming this video. I just barely hit the prop into the leaves, so it wasn't bad. But look at that. Oh, dude. That's real time falling. Look how much dust. Yeah, this is amazing. Anyway, wanted to share this with you guys a little bit. Just because I'm trying to get him subscribers. You know, if he gets 1,000, if 1,000 of you guys join his thing, then we can help monetize this. And that's his whole goal, is to like monetize it to make more money while he's doing these things. Although I think he also wants to share and give tips and tricks, like how to tie better hitches and things. Share what he's doing. So anyway, that's that. I see now it's a little bit... Oh, I was trying to get cinematic on this, pulling back the drone. The drone was actually running out of batteries right now. It was just beep, 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 beep. I mean, like, land the drone, beep, 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 beep. I was like, no, I gotta get a better cinematic shot. I don't care if I'm flying away. And there's Kapila. Look at that huge tree. I mean, it's 10 times bigger than him. So, anyway, helping him out, doing his thing. And I got this Back to the Future font for him. Yeah, anyway. I wasn't planning on showing that whole video, but I guess I did. Okay, so okay, so Djibouti Kaba or Jatkabi, I just read that as Djibouti Kaba, says they put 2 domestic rats who died in a fire. They weren't burned in a bucket of sugar a year ago now, and it's 2 rats floating at black syrup. Will that be good fuel? Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying, but yeah, you can make amino acids out of anything, as we learned in the soybean episode, or the soy sauce episode, last episode. You know, amino acids come out of anything, and you can make fuel out of any living organism. Just sugar and protein makes amino acids. And then I got a question from Fabrizio here. Do worms and IMO compete with each other, or do they live synergistically? I notice my red wigglers eat the mycelium from the IMO that I have put under my mulch layer. I'll just let you know, putting IMOs into your worm bin is not necessarily the best idea. What can happen is those IMOs will dry the thing out and they will pull all the moisture out, and that can lead the worms to not have ideal conditions. So the IMOs are very powerful. There will be IMOs in there, but the worms kind of culture different microbes than the forest floor IMOs, and composting worms are not the same as earthworms. And so if you are putting a bunch of IMO into your worm bin, you may be detrimental to them. It may or may not, the better microbe to add to there is the KNF protectors, those lactobacillus, and they will help the food waste and all that to break down a little better, and those are compatible with the worms and composting worms, red wigglers. So be a little careful putting those things in there. It can work, but you want to be careful. And so Partita is saying here too, along in Eyewitness here says, I believe worms are looking to eat the microbial life and the sludge that's produced from the microbial life, which is true. They do eat that as it breaks down. They kind of munch on it. And so the process of the worms eat some organic material and then it grinds it into smaller pieces that can be broken down by the microbes easier. Yeah, so the microbes do help to a bit, but the IMO can dry it out. That's all I'm saying. They're so thirsty. And so Partita's saying, it is my understanding that mycorrhizal colonies are negatively impacted by many work species, and so you may find wigglers do swap out the mycos in favor of a more bacterially dominated biome. Sorry, worm species, I mean, of course, clearly worms engage is tillage, and tillage, of course, is a risk vector for fungal populations more generally, but I wouldn't be too concerned. Yeah. No, so she's saying that, you're not going to necessarily grow more fungal in your worm farm, and they'll swap it out with bacterial, but then the leachate and the things they make are better and are doing their thing. So you got to be careful on that. So and then there's a question here, so in breaking it down and recycling all things creates fertility. Yeah, humic acids and these basic carbon complex compounds that the soil loves, right? So, and then back to Kapila's thing a little bit. His thing is called Hawaiian Island Tree Service, and somebody else subscribed because there's 9 subscribers now. So, whoever that was, thank you. Helping him out here, trying my best at least. And we only put up 1 video so far, but we'll have a first person one coming up pretty soon. I think Kapila's coming over later today. I'm gonna help him edit that up. So it's Hawaiian Island Tree Service and Hawaii Island Tree at Hawaii Island Tree. I don't know if you can see that, but you can zoom in on it a little bit. Yeah. So there you go. So let's see here. And then Willie, what's up, man? He's saying just checking in, and he had to check out the school holidays in New Zealand. And then he's hanging out with his kids, man. That's awesome. It's so fun. Yeah, so glad you're doing that, hanging out with the kids. And happy 4th of July to everyone. Independence Day, right? We're all independents to like China and stuff until we as Americans rise up and start producing things again. Just as a friendly reminder, not that I'm pro-American, but I'm also pro doing work for ourselves and being, self-sufficient and productive people to the world instead of just holding everyone at gunpoint and demanding that they give us stuff. We should be the people out there giving. We're such great people as a nation, so happy Independence Day to everyone. But let's change that back to independence, and that we're, be mutually independent and gradual progress and make all these things happen. So, yeah. Okay, and Eyewitness is saying he adds a handful of soil to his worm castings. That's good. And I love you more Homestead. Cool, that's a nice name. Saying, I love the office hour. My wife and I bought the Jadam organic farming book and are excited to incorporate these practices into our 15-acre farm. Yes, cool. The disgustingly cheap Jadam stuff is a great way to get started and get into it. Put it on your farm. Share the results. Keep spreading the good words, man. The more microbes, the more fertility we get out there, the better. So I'm stoked for you, more Homestead. Looking forward to it. If you got a YouTube, check it out. Let's see. You got one? You must have one if you... more Homestead. Let's see. Did I spell that right? I think I did. This is you? This is you. Government overreach stops now. That's my first result from you. That's awesome. Let's... I'm not going to watch your video because it will copyright whatever me. I hope that doesn't do that for the Kapila one, but I'm subscribed to you. You got 24,000 subscribers, man. You must be doing something well here. Talking about the government and stuff. They can't stop us. Yeah, you're awesome. And check that out. You got a wife and you built a shed. That's awesome. And you got 2 channels. Wow, you're on it. So I subscribe to you, so I expect to see some KNF out there, man. No. Even if you don't, it's cool. It's always nice to subscribe to my folks in here. And bless up to Partita. She has the most amazing information here. So she's saying the point of worms is more related to CN ratios, in my opinion. It helps balance natural soils approximately 10 to 1, which is a good level reference for the release of nitrogen versus the needs of the microbes. Yeah, and tinfoil hat scholar. What? That's not you? Oh, the Moore homestead? That's not you. Oh, that's the Moorhead homestead. See, it's not you. You don't have 24. Well, where's yours, man? Which one is yours, man? I subscribed to the wrong guys. Okay. Well, anyway, that's what happens when you're. I guess Moore is a pretty common name. I don't know. That's not you, man. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna look. I love you more. I love you more, Homestead. Oh, here. No, more to love, Homestead. That's not you either. Which one is you, man? Come on. I can't find your thing. Anyway, if you do, put a link in the description here. We'll get subscribed to you. We're just getting started, coming soon. Okay. So it's not even up yet, but let me know when you do. Drop a link, and if you got a YouTube channel, drop a link in the comments. I'll go through. I'll subscribe to all you guys because why not, right? Why not?
Today I have.
Oh, let's not listen to Nate Higgins right now. Okay, so yeah, you guys are up on that worms thing. Tinfoil hat scholar, what's up, man? Oh, am I? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm just way back on my thing here. Okay, I'll scoot that forward. Okay, so let's see. Well, let's see here. You guys talking about worms and stuff, but I want to try and finish out the presentation for Master Cho today. I've been trying to get through this. It's been, 250 slides so far, something like that. But all thanks to Master Cho, this father of Youngsang Cho, father of Jadam, father of Korean natural farming. Master Cho, this is the picture. So if you couldn't see the picture that was in this thing, that's this picture. So right there, this is the 3D printed one. It just looks cool. I'm going to hang this in my window, put it right outside or inside, but right. Let me just put it in my window right now. Oh yeah, that's cool. Thank you, Goof Man. It's so cool. I love it. Getting fan mail and stuff, man. It's so how cool. I told Suze, I'm like, man, I just started a YouTube channel and people send me stuff in the mail. How cool is that? It's pretty epic, actually. So all thanks to Master Cho. If you don't know who he is, check out my channel. Check out videos of him touring around. He is the Grand Master of Korean natural farming. And he gave us this presentation here, which we were getting into, right? Last time I got here, we got to, where were we? Oh, we were here. Yeah. Okay. So we started to go over the brooder last time. We're into the chickens now. This is kind of, so again, the brooder here, put the compost pile underneath the little chicks. They go up in this thing. It gives them a little thing like they think they're under their mom's wing. So you can buy 120 laying hens from, a breeder, have them here. They raise up this way and think, it gives them this natural feeling. And then we went over that last week, though. This is what it looks like, in action. It's kind of sloped, has those things. And then again, we're talking about, how you kind of gradually graduate them to bigger area until they go fully out, and then they have their roost area there. So if you are interested in that idea, check out last week's episode at knfsupport.com, and click on office hours, and you'll see last week's episode and all episodes. Or you can hit my channel and just go to the KNF office hour playlist. That's also another way to do it. But so today we're going to jump into this presentation here at the layer chicken water pipe, because just don't ship water pipes over state lines, right? That's how Cheech got arrested. But I don't think this is the same thing he's talking about. This one is not for tobacco use only. This is for chicken use only. And what he's showing here is there's a large, a small, and a medium. And so based on the size of your birds, the size of the hole and the size of the pipe changes. Okay. So Master Cho is all about making the thing the most convenient and the best for the animals. He's really about making it so that, you know, it's just like a kid. You put the right size clothes on your kid when they're the right size, and as they get bigger, you get them bigger clothes. Same thing, you know, like you got to size it to the animal. You can't just give it like an adult size waterer. And the reason for that is that the chicken, if it's too big, it will drip down the front of the chicken as it takes its beak. It'll drip down the front of the chicken, and then the chicken will get wet on its front, and then it'll get pneumonia, and then it will die. Well, you just tuned in at the best time, Heather. So good, glad to have you here. So what happens is in the beginning, you start with about a, what is that? Inch? No, I'd say 1.5-inch pipe. I don't know. It's pretty small. There's no way an inch pipe's going to work. I would say it's probably because this is probably, I don't know, but eventually you get up to a 4-inch pipe, right? Because there's no way there's a 3.93-inch PVC pipe. There's a 4-inch pipe. And in the very beginning, I'd say you start with 1.5-inch pipe because 1.18 inches is not going to work in American units. But I think a 2-inch pipe would be the one you're looking for. And then here, you're going to go with a, well, that would be the 2-inch more. Okay, so 1.5-inch pipe. Start with 1.5-inch PVC. I believe they make 1.5-inch PVC. And then go up to the 2-inch pipe. And then go up to the 4-inch pipe. Okay. And so this is swapped out. And if you're, and then you, in terms of your hole drilling, like I use those hole dozer things, those Milwaukee hole dozers, and, you know, try and get a 2-inch hole and drill that in here. Then go with the, just like about, you know, obviously 2 3/4 hole here, and then go up to a 4-inch hole in this one. And you just doze these holes. And what I do is I just take the pipe and take a chalk line and snap a line across the top and then just drill through. And the distance between them doesn't really matter too much. You want to put in, you know, maybe put them about, what, 3 inches apart from each other, between 2 and 3 inches apart from each other, and just doze these holes into there. And that's how you build these waterers. And then on the end, you can put end caps. I also usually on one side, I'll put a 90 on it. And that 90 will enable me to fill the thing up with water. The 90 will hold the water in the pipe. And then I can just tip it to one edge and all the water will go out when I clean these out. I clean them out, you know, every 2 weeks or so, every week, every 2 weeks, something like that. I just dump all the water out and then refill them. But the whole idea with this is that the thing is slightly, the holes are not exactly in the center. They're offset a little bit. So if this is the very top of your pipe, they're offset a little bit and they're pointed away from the chicken. So if here's your wall, you're going to put the pipe here and the holes are going to be just slightly this way. And what that does is the chicken goes and it lifts up and it drinks, and that hole facing away makes them so that, again, they don't drip water down the front and they don't get pneumonia from getting wet, from they're making their chest wet. So you can see here that it's leaning slightly away from the chicken on all these pictures. And that's not just for artistic sake. That's actually like how you set it away from the chicken. So there's all these very small subtleties and these fine details that Master Cho's doing. And again, how to go from the small to the medium to the large. We can go back to last week's bit here on this, where in the very beginning, when you had this day 2 to day 5, you're using this very small pipe, the diameter of the pipe. And then as you get out here from day 8, 12 to 15, you're using the larger 2-inch pipe. So first your 1.5-inch, then your 2-inch pipe here. And then on your, day 30, then you're using the large pipe. So these smaller pipes are just intermediary. They're only used for a week basically. It's not very long, so but this is how you're doing it, of what you're doing between the difference, when to go from the small, because the chickens are very small here, but then out here day 8 they're like 7-year-olds, they're like turning into teenagers, so they need the bigger pipe. And then day 30 they're like 18 years old out here, and so then they can go graduate to their adult size pipe out here. So that's how to do the waterers. That's the whole reason for the thing. That's what you're doing. So again, here's the kind of schematic diagrams, and you can see the chickens as they mature and get older. They'll start to have feathers here in the medium, and then they'll fully feather out here by day 30 out here. So, what's up, Cheryl? Good to see you. Here's another look at the water. These are, again, this is like the baby pipes. And you can see that he's also adding a little bit of the water solution to them. And he also built these in these L shape. So here's the small one, and then here's the medium size one. And he built it in this L shape so that it will fit inside of this thing here, inside the pen, which is only 35 inches wide, right? So about 36, 3 feet wide here. And the inches here of showing, the dimensions of this. But it's, so when you look at this here and you see, where was I? Right here. You see this is, about 35 inches, 34 inches long here, and then going back about 30 inches or so. And he has 90s again on the ends. And also what the 90s enable you to do is to take a bottle of water and put it into the end, and then it'll be like an auto water. More water will come down from here, and it won't spill out because of the water line. I don't know, it's like some physics thing. If you can get the neck of the bottle under the water and have the water come up above, it'll be like an auto waterer. And so that's also why having 90s here is convenient, not only to help you clean it out, but also to add stability to the thing, and so it fits inside of the where they're at. And here you can see kind of looks like this one's elevated off the ground a little bit. I guess you could do that. I don't do that with mine, but there are, if you look here, there are these bottles in there, and he figured out how to cut some pipe around it to stabilize this bottle. And this is the auto water function that I'm talking about right here. You see that bottle being in there? That's full of water, and then you put it in here, and then it'll auto water and refill this as they drink it down. So that's what I was talking about. Put that bottle in there, and he used these little PVC to support that. So there's some high level tech for you right there. And all the little chickens, like, they put their head down, they drink, and then they look up to God. That's what Master Cho always says. So they're doing those things. So that's the water pipe for you. And then moving on, we're going to go look at their feeder boxes. And so again, you feed them brown rice for the first 3 days, and then after that, you start to give them the egg and the bamboo, and then also their regular chicken food. But having the chicken feeder to this dimension makes difference. So when they're baby chicks, and before day 30, they eat out of containers that look like this. So they're 35 inches long. They're 2.3 inches tall on this side and 1 inch tall on this side. What this does is it gives you this triangle shape. And what you can do is you just put it down on the ground, and when they're very small, you face this side towards them, and they'll eat. And then once they get up bigger and you're moving to the bigger water, so after about, a week again? I gotta go back to this picture. So after here, you're moving to this here. So after after 1 week, you flip this box around here, and you face this edge towards them and this edge towards the wall. So now they got to reach over taller into here. And so that's why it's triangle, right? Why make it a triangle? Because when they're very small, they eat from this side. And then when they get bigger, you flip it around and they'll eat from this side. So you're training them to do that. And then that's the small little thing. And then when they start to get medium size, you can actually build a V-shaped box. And the reason for this V-shaped box is that what happens is it enables the chickens to scratch underneath and then peck inside and get food. Scratch underneath and peck. And so you're respecting the natural chicken scratch and peck, but they're not spreading their food all over the floor. It stays in this feeder. It has a V shape with then a little square at the bottom, so the food doesn't get stuck in this nook here. It stays in there nicely. It's easy to clean. And then this thing comes up on the top, and then what this is this is a rolly bar. So this thing is solid, and then this bar here spins. So the chickens cannot roost and stand on top of here and then crap into their food because this spins. So if they try and stand up there, it spins, and this bar here keeps them from jumping inside of their food and jumping in here. They have to stay on the outside and just scratch and peck into here, and they can't just like be in your feeder, which is not good either because they'll crap and they just have, you know, bad chicken behavior. But here's the dimensions, you know. So if you're doing a small the medium one, it's 3.9 inches here on this dimension, and it was 4 inches up off the ground. So on this edge here, you can make these blocks so it holds this V up off the ground. And that's that 4 inches there is this dimension here holding it up. And then what is this? This lip dimension, this edge. So on the chicken feeder, it's not just a V. There's actually an edge on it too to keep them from knocking it out. And on the medium one, this is 1.2 inches here, this edge on that V. So the chicken has to reach over that little thing. That's 1.2 inches. And then when you make it after day 30, you give them the big feeder here. So after day 30, they graduate to this large feeder. And this large feeder is 1.7 inches on the lip, about 6 inches here on the V, and about 7 inches up off the ground. You know, and if you get get those things nice, you'll build it properly. And, you know, it's 36 inches wide, basically. You know, you can do it from a 3-foot piece of wood here, you know. And so these here are what the chickens eat, and they scratch, they peck, they respect it, they don't spread their food everywhere. This is how you graduate them from the small to the medium to the more medium one to the eventual large feeder. And these are what they look like. Here's the smaller ones, and then you can put the medium ones together like this. You can spin them around the other way. So there's a medium box, and there's their large box. And you see these rolly bars up top, keep them out of there. And they're very, very awesome, clean, good way to make the chickens eat. They love it. And then here's them in practice, right? Here's them. You can see these are the medium-sized chickens, and he's put the feeders, the small side, together, so they have to eat from the bigger side and reach over and eat those. These are obviously under 30 days because their roost is still, or maybe they're a little bit older than 30 days, but they're, and then they're starting to eat out of their bigger box here. So this is what it looks like. You can see the ventilation coming in here. And they can roll up and down this wall, but good ventilation coming in. The chickens are there. These ones are just starting to graduate. I'm not sure why they don't have their roost up on top there, because they really should be doing that and teaching the chickens. But another thing about raising natural farming chickens is they got a good sand bath. So having them do their thing, and the natural floor enables them to, in the morning, you'll notice the chickens will kick all this dirt up into their back and their feathers, and then they'll shake out and stuff. And it's just, you know, coming for them. You know, the chickens love this. So having access to the nice living floor is amazing. And it's not covered in crap. It's like, it's all digested. It's living IMOs. All that's going to boost their immune system, and their feathers just get so amazing, so shiny, especially when you feed them a good diet. Which, is it possible? No, there's no way I'm going to finish this today. Okay, so I thought I was going to finish this today. I was getting excited. I was like, I'm going to finish this today, and there's no way I'm going to. So before I go on, yeah, I guess it's an hour already. I just spent, next time maybe I just gotta just dive into it, or just respect gradual progress and realize that by rooting ourselves firmly and by, going through these details enough, we'll get there eventually. We don't need to be there today. We don't need to solve our problems immediately, right? We'll get there. And you guys can watch past episodes, find all these. I may string them all together and just do the Master Cho presentation as one thing, because it's just epic going over this presentation slowly and getting into the details and the sticks and the woods. But it looks like there's more to come. More will be unveiled. And we're going to go through the chicken layer thing and how to do all this. And I'm not going to cover this today. So we'll just end here at the sand bath. And before we fully end it, I want to share with you, I'll pull up one more tab, because we already got a bunch of people coming for the November class, but I think January is pretty open still. So if you are interested, you want to come out to the farm, you want to learn, you want to see all this stuff in practice, you want to get the experience like Pedro did and come and learn and fully, forge some true friendship and learn natural farming and get yourself so you can be a confident teacher out there, knowing what you're doing and teaching, and skip the years of stumbling over this stuff and just do it hands-on right here on the farm and learn, then check out knffarm.com. It's well worth it. You get to stay here in luxury or camp, which is also pretty luxurious. I'm not going to lie. It's, it depends how much it rains, but it depends. But it's going to be great. So check out knffarm.com if you're interested. Always got to plug that at least once or twice, right? Because I love you guys, and I think getting that experience to you. You also get one of these fancy hats. Look at him, all the folks get these fancy hats. Not like you couldn't just go out and buy your own and forge your own one, but you get it hand signed by me. And respect Master Cho, his lineage, the Pure KNF Foundation, everything we're doing, everything we're bringing to you week after week. Thanks, Stone Mason. Good to see you. Good to see you, Cheryl. And so, yeah, the independent stuff, man. We can do it. We can become an independent nation. We can become the Fed by feeding ourselves, and we can get rid of this oppressive monetary inflationary policy and actually return back to a thing of abundance where, you get seeds, you plant them, they become more abundant instead of you get money that's worth less every day. Like, what's up with that, bro? So yeah. And Jared, man, saving up for January. Cool, man. I hope we'll see what happens with the foundation. We might be able to do a little bit of financial stuff there, but we'll see. We'll hope. We got a lot of things actually in the pipeline going through and doing things great. So can't really talk about them right now, but we will have them up soon. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys all. It's funny. Last week I was like, bye. And then I just switched to the other screen and I'm like, I'm still here. But this week I got the right screen on. I'm going to close the curtain. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Love you. Thanks for all the share backs and all this good stuff. I'll see you next week, January 16th. Oh my gosh, it's the day before my wife's birthday. There's a birthday party happening that day. It's going to be awesome. Love you all. Aloha. Bye now.